Also on the diplomatic front, U.S. President Donald Trump claims a truce is on the horizon for Ukraine against Russian aggression. Our Eun-jin has the latest.
Marathon talks have been taking place between President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and his son-in-law Jared Kushner, as well as Ukrainian and European officials in Berlin. While trying to pressure Kyiv into accepting terms that will end the Russia-Ukraine war, Washington is offering Ukraine security guarantees similar to those it would receive as part of NATO. President Volodymyr Zelensky said Sunday that Kyiv concedes and no longer seeks NATO membership, which was a condition that Russia has repeatedly sought, but insisted on so-called Article 5-like security guarantees. NATO's Article 5 states that an attack on one member nation is interpreted as an attack against all, which would protect Ukraine against future Russian aggression. Details on what the guarantees would entail or how they would work have not yet been elaborated on, but President Trump has clarified that Europe would be a big part of it. Saying that a peace deal in Ukraine is, quote, closer now than we have ever been, President Donald Trump signaled that the U.S. was close to agreeing on the security guarantees, clarifying that such assurance from the U.S. would require congressional approval. This is the strongest and most explicit security pledge the Trump administration has put forward for Ukraine. As the Americans and Ukrainians continue negotiations on this front, a U.S. official said earlier Monday that while roughly 90% of the issues between Russia and Ukraine have been solved, the issue of territorial concessions remains a sticking point, which the two parties need to come to terms with. Putin has demanded that Ukraine must surrender territory for the war to end, to which Zelensky to date has refused to cede any. Negotiations are expected to continue through this coming weekend. Eun-jin, 아리랑뉴스.